The nicest, most fun celebrities I've ever worked with on movie sets. I was talking about Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and I said I was going to just keep talking about Forgetting Sarah Marshall because it was so nice. So this is still part 2 of part 3. And I'm going to use this time to talk about Jason Segel a little bit more, but then also Nick Stoller. Nick was the director of Forgetting Sarah Marshall. First off, young guy. I think he was maybe the youngest director I've ever worked for at that time. And I asked him right away, not to be insulting, but how are you directing this? Which could be insulting because we don't know each other. But he said he's been a writer. He's worked with Judd Apatow in the past on previous things. And Judd asked him to do a rewrite of the screenplay. And he said, I'll do it on one condition. I want to direct it. So it was very nice to be able to really connect right away. And I could pick his brain and kind of interview him, even though, I'm this stranger that he's meeting for the first time. I just started diving in and asking these questions. And I do have to say that we met many years later at the Austin Film Festival as he was debuting a new show. And it was so fun to reconnect with him and just as friendly and kind as ever. The story I wanted to share, I remember it so vividly. They were shooting outside of the bungalow that Kristen Bell's character, Sarah Marshall, and Russell Brand's character, we were shooting at their bungalow when a special delivery came to set. You might remember that it ends with a lot of puppetry, a theater presentation with puppets, with specifically not just puppets, but Muppets, actual Jim Henson Muppets. And so the prototypes came to set in Hawaii before they shot the actual piece in Los Angeles. I just remember them opening these cases and out comes these Muppets, and they don't have any fabric on them. There's no color on them. They're just the sculpted prototypes. And these guys were like kids. They were so excited that, oh my gosh, we got the Jim Henson Company making puppets for us. I think this still resonates with me so much because I've connected with them so much, Nick and Jason. I liked them so much. So to see them so happy and excited just made me happy for them. And then cut to years later, being happy for them all over again. Not only have they had this experience, but now they're making the next Muppet movie. Nick ends up writing Muppets Most Wanted, which came out in 2014. And before then, in 2011, he wrote The Muppets, which stars Jason Segel. So it's so cool that they got to work together again. And I think he produced both of those as well. So it's so cool that basically that trifecta of Nick Stoller, Jason Segel, and the Muppets come together yet again. I did not work on any of those movies. I didn't work on Get Him to the Greek, the follow-up to Forgetting Sarah Marshall. But man, that experience, working with those people, those kind, wonderful people. And again, there's so many more people behind the camera that I'm not getting into in here that deserve shout outs to. Maybe we'll do a separate series later. But tune in tomorrow to see who's next on my list of the top, friendliest, nicest celebrities I've ever worked with on sets.